Hey, what's up, peeps? How you doing? Happy Wednesday, aka Hump Day. It's 1:30 my time. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but hope you're having a good day. All right, so we're gonna continue working on a project that here. Let me just go to pairing view here. It's always pairing view, but it's just me right now, no guests. Let me close this iOS simulator. So there's this project called unsight.dev. We go to the main, and I'll zoom this in here, drop it in the chat, and yes, hello chat. Okay. So this is a project from Daniel Roe. Daniel Roe, who's on the Next.js core team. Pretty awesome open source contributor and human. So I'll just drop a link to that. So let's go to the repos here. Oh, interesting. Or pick a repository to browse an issue of clustered issues. So I'm just taking a peek at here real quick. Okay, so let's go to the source and I'll kind of explain what the project is. Zoom in here. So essentially, this is meant to kind of group similar issues, and it's not necessarily to close the similar issues. I mean, maybe that is one use case for it, but it's also just to see trends maybe. This is still a very new project, so as Daniel alluded to when I spoke to him about this initially. Um, so yeah, so you can see here, for example, so on the Nux repo, it looks like there's a bunch here that are related to fetch. So these are all grouped together, and there's apparently more than 26 or 26 more. So this is something that is useful for maintainers, just so you can see, hey, like, I don't know, maybe people are always reporting like a certain issue, like, so that could be a good signal to be like, yeah, maybe we should look into that, or just close the duplicate issues. There could be many uses. So if we go to check it out here, I've already installed it as a GitHub app. So let's just go to here. So I created a test repository here. If you go to HTTPS, let me just go to it. Yeah, so if we go to this repo here, the only purpose of this repository is so I can test out unsight.dev. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. If anybody wants to create issues in there, because that's what I'm testing. We had some people on the stream last time do that. So basically, trying to create some stuff that is similar. So like CI fails. And we can kind of see that over here if we come back to, not here, to here. So there's random tests failing. These ones, they get grouped together for similarity. They get clustered, I guess is the term. And so these two say CI fail. So again, this is like a signal potentially. So what I started working on is, do I have it? Okay, yeah, I removed it the other day, but let's take a peek at that. Okay, so let's open it up. I'm trying to remember where I have it. Dev should be under OSS. Yeah, so the unsight.dev browser extension. So I'm not going to go through the whole basics of what a browser extension is again, but we talked about that last time. But in a nutshell, a browser extension sounds exactly what it is. It doesn't extend the browser per se. I mean, it kind of does in a way, but it's more like it extends the page or pages you're on. So like, for example, like a password manager is a perfect example. So when you go to log in and you're not logged in and you click like on the focus of input, like that's like, the username or your email. If you have a password manager installed, like 1Password, you're going to see a little icon show up. That's the 1Password one. And that's a browser extension that is extending the page to add additional functionality to your experience. So we're going to kind of do the same thing with Unsight. So I started creating a browser extension for this. So I'm gonna just start this up. So let me zoom in here a bit. So I'm just running the project locally right now, and I'm gonna come to the browser. Let's go to manage extensions, and went through this last time too, but when you're developing a browser extension locally, you need to load it unpacked. And if you don't see this, if you don't see this here, that's because you don't have the developer mode installed. So there's this is in Edge, but Chrome is similar. Firefox, it's a different name, but it's same idea. So if I turn this off, you see all of a sudden that disappears. So you need to be in developer mode, and we need to load an unpacked extension. And I'm gonna go to dev, let's go to OSS, and let's go to my folder. Fortunately can't zoom this part in, but let's see, what was it called again? Oh yeah, so unsight.dev web extension. So I'm gonna select that. Oh, whoops, select the wrong one. You need to select the folder where the manifest is. So we need to go into, I think it's in here. Where was it? Not node modules. Oh, extension, sorry. You come into this folder and there's a manifest.json. You can't see it, it's kind of grayed out, but basically you need that folder because the manifest contains everything about the browser extension, and that's also the folder where everything is. So I'm going to select that, and it got added. It doesn't say it got added, but it did get added. So it's called this one here right now. I haven't renamed it or anything yet. So it's called VTest Web Extension because we're using a project from Anthony Fu, aka Ant Fu. And we can see it's loaded, and we have some information about it. And I'm gonna come up here. Again, it's similar in Chrome, but I'm gonna just pop it up here. And if I click on it, you're gonna see, okay, it's in there. And if I come over to the to my editor, and let's go to side panel, for example, and I'm just gonna add something here, and you're gonna see it update. So we're already in development mode now. Things I learned from last stream were, so you can modify the side panel, and there's also a pop-up. I honestly didn't know there were side panels in browser extensions. This must be something maybe not super new, but hey, thanks for the follow. I left shot dev. Good to see you, man. So you can use. So we're using this template that uses V. The browser extension project uses Vue. I'm still pretty new to Vue. I've done like a live stream with Daniel Roe about Nuxt and stuff, so I did a bit of Vue, but it's not my day to day. But I'm sure I can figure that out. But basically, you get hot module reloading for the side panel, and there's also, again, I didn't know there was a side panel and sidebar until recently, because usually it's a pop-up, and I couldn't get the pop-up to show up for some reason. But because normally you see this on other ones, like if I just click on here, no, that's not it. That's not the pop-up. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. My point is, you can edit these, and it'll do hot module reloading. The thing it doesn't do is, and I'll just explain one thing about the browser extension again, just for people that might not have been here last time. But if we look at the manifest, all right, yeah, there we go. Okay, so okay. So the main thing is we want our browser extension running only on github.com because of the issues page. So we basically say, like, when we load our content scripts, which is, think of that as the front end of the browser extension, it only runs on github.com or any pages in there. And the reason for that is you just don't want your browser extension literally running on every page of every site, because it could potentially slow down other sites depending on how you've built the browser extension. And also, it's just unnecessary. So we're gating this to just github.com. So that's just one important thing. Okay, so let's come over to GitHub. So let's close this page. All right, so I'm on GitHub right now. And let's go to here. Did this work? I think I might have broken something. Okay. So this part here this is not like in a perfect working order yet, but this is the part that I inject. So if you look for this, I'm gonna come over to you're gonna see that this is just a piece that I've added in here. It's just using fake data for now that I took from Daniel's page there where I was showing you the similar clustered issues before. But this is just to show you that I'm on github.com and I've injected this piece. It's doing it twice. I know what that is. We'll get to that after. Um, but if we open this in incognito, for example, because I don't have this browser extension set to run in incognito, you're going to see I don't see it rendering there now, and even if I refresh. So the browser extension is running, and the other thing is it doesn't run on other sites. So this was the main thing here was, excuse me. Um, so the browser extension template, it just, the way it was set up before, it just had a button down here that you would click that looked like this plug icon. And that's fine, like depending on what your browser extension is going to do. But in our case, we want to enhance the UI of the github.com issues page, and we want it in a very specific place. And I've worked on browser extensions before. Like I used to work on a password browser extension for McAfee, but I've also worked on this other one that's really good. Find GitHub. I'll drop this in the chat. And let me just, one sec here. Did I mute myself? I can't tell. All right. Cool, cool, cool. I just realized that my mic was off. It's on now. My other mic was getting picked up, I guess. But I'm gonna switch over the mic. Hold on a sec. Okay, it's using the right one now. That's good. All right. Well, if you were listening before, my mic probably sounds a lot better now. Okay. So yeah, this is a really cool project. I contributed to this in the past. I'm gonna just paste it in here. And this was the first time I was working with a browser extension where it assumed things would exist. So like what I mean is, so Refine GitHub, what it does is it enhances your experience on GitHub. But what would happen was, and this was expected, you know, like the UI of GitHub doesn't, the user interface doesn't change like super often, I don't think. But the way Refine GitHub works is like it latches on to certain things that it expects on the GitHub pages. But every now and then, when the UI changes, the browser extension will break. And it's broken in the sense that features were built to enhance GitHub. And if some of those things get moved around or whatever, it does break the browser extension. But this is kind of just the nature of this particular type of browser extension. And a password manager is a little different because basically, hey, how's it going, IU? Good to see you. A password browser extension is a little different because, hey, Pedro, thanks for hopping in. The password browser extension, the way it works kind of is it looks for like, you know, a username or, and then the password. And so like, it doesn't matter usually for most cases, what like the page looks like or like where the pieces are. But this is also another reason why you should write accessible forms, especially logins, because this actually helps browser extensions detect stuff. And this is why you'll see when you use a browser extension, like this happens to me in 1Password. I'll go to a page sometimes and I can't launch, like 1Password won't show up in the input field, and it could be just because of the way the form is written, maybe. And it does their best guess and stuff. And when I used to work on a browser extension, a lot of it was there was some crowdsourcing to it too. So like if I went to a page, I would say like this is the login field and this is like the password field, and I would mark that, and that would be for my own settings. But eventually, I think internally, like if they noticed over time, like a lot of people said on this particular site, these are the username and login, they just go with that and then they update it. But anyways, I digress. Refine GitHub is a super cool project too, though. So The only reason why I was bringing it up is because we're going to be doing something similar with the unsight.dev one. And so, like I was saying, when you come to the page here, this is our part that we've loaded. It's loading twice because of an event which I'm aware of, but we're just going to continue working on this today. So there's a couple things I need to do first. Right now, I'm running this project on its own. It's not part of Daniel Roe's project. So if we go to unsight.dev, let's go to the repo, excuse me, down here. And we go to pull requests, go to merged. Where is it? Okay, so this PR of mine got merged. I think it was either Monday or 2 days ago. Yeah, so yeah, Monday. So basically, I'm gonna put the browser extension into the unsight.dev project. It originally was just one project. I've converted the project to a PNPM workspace because it's using PNPM. And so now I'm set up to be able to add the browser extension in there. So that's the next thing I need to do. So let's come over here and let's see, do I have it unsight? Okay, no, I haven't loaded it yet. So let's just open that project. Okay, and we want to go to unsight.dev. Here we go. Okay, let's open that. And I believe I started the work on this, or maybe I didn't. Okay, and I'm just gonna save this project. I use, this is super handy browser, sorry, not browser extension, VS Code extension called Project Manager. So I'm just gonna save this project. And basically with the Project Manager, it's just like I can choose projects I have and I can just switch to them instead of doing command open, and then go find the folder and stuff. So, all right, so we've got the project loaded up now and it's got web. Okay, cool. So if we do this, let's just get remote. All right, so I'm just gonna update the project first. So let's do, G is just my alias for Git. So git pull, gonna rebase origin, sorry, not origin. We want the upstream because I'm forked. The remote upstream got created when I cloned the repo. GitHub just does that. It's kind of nice. So let's do main. Whoops, sorry, this. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder, that's why. Okay, so let's do this. Hold on a sec. I loaded up the project, but I'm still in the wrong folder. I was in my other project. All right, unsight.dev on. Oh no, I'm in the right project. I'm in the branch for the web extension. That's what I created that branch already. So we're gonna do a git pull rebase origin. Sorry, upstream main, and this is just basically gonna update my branch. There's not really anything in my branch yet. Oh, whoops! Don't wanna. It's PNPM here, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create an alias for PNPM right now. So this is just installing the dependencies. Okay, and let's see here. Cool, cool, cool. Let's open up my ZSH config. Yes, I'm cool with opening that. Let's do it. Shake and bake. All right, let's go to my aliases here. Where is it? I'm scrolling too fast. All right, so I'm just gonna be super lazy and I'm gonna say P equals PNPM. Let's save that. Let's close that. Let's exit and let's do it again. So now if I run P, yeah, it's PNPM. So let's do PNPM install. There we go. Everything's good. All right. Nice having aliases. So as I mentioned, I converted this. If I zoom this in a bit more, so this got converted to a PNPM workspace. So there's this packages folder now. I moved the original project into web, and I need to create a new one now. And I'm trying to remember. I haven't really used PNPM that much yet. So create package in workspace. I'm pretty sure I can just create the folder, but if there was an actual command to initialize, maybe it does a few more things. So, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Workspace. Yeah, I know there's the YAML. Let's see here. Okay. Painless mono. No, I don't need bit install. Let's see. Let's do this. PNPM init workspace package. All right. Yes, I got that. PNPM init maybe. Let's see, what is it? No, that's just in it. You know what? I'm just going to create the folder. Because if we look at the YAML, you're going to see the way I configured it is. Oh, that's the lock file. Sorry. Um, or is it down here? No, that's the log file. Sorry, I meant to go in the workspace. So basically, the packages, so the workspace packages are all just in this folder. So I'm just gonna create it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, and I'm just gonna bring in that whole other project, which was OSS. Unsight.dev web extension. Okay, so I need that whole thing. So I'm just going to drag this in. There we go. Just give it a second. Oh, I should have deleted node modules, but oh well, too late. And okay, there we go. All right, so let's do a few things here. Let's trash the node modules because it's going to be handled differently. Git pod, git docker. I don't know. I think this is all okay. All right. There's a git ignore in the root. So this is me just basically I brought in the browser extension that I was proof of concepting. Sorry, there was a spider web there. I wasn't doing magic. So I'm bringing this whole folder in, and there might be some stuff I need to take out. I'm going to delete the VS Code extensions and settings for now because there wasn't one in the project before. I don't think we need it. And let's see what else. Okay, so this stuff, we don't need the git ignore, like I said. I think the ESLint cache might be necessary in the git ignore. Let's just add ESLint. Okay, and then basically we don't need a git ignore in here. Move that to the trash, or as the British say, in the bin. The license, yeah, I guess in mono repo, each project can have different license, I guess. But anyways, I'll leave that there for now. We can always clean up later. I don't need a package lock because PNPM is going to manage this. There's the PNPM lock file down here, and it'll manage it for all the projects. We'll leave the README, the Vite stuff. That all looks good. And let's see, that's called, yeah, we can just call this web extension for now. So web ext. And the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name the package JSON. I'm going to say webxt. This is because PNPM is actually going to look for that when I run scripts specific to this project, and we'll just call this, let's say, unsight.dev browser extension. That's more a description than anything, actually. Let's do that. And we'll say unsight.dev browser extension. And if I could learn how to type, there we go. The scripts are gonna stay the same for now, but like, let's change all these to PNPM. Okay, and let's see what else in here. Vite, all that stuff. Rimwrap, cool, cool, cool. All right, I think everything else looks okay for now. Let's just take a peek here. And I'm gonna run pnpm install, and this should install the extensions. Okay, so let's see here. Pnpm run, oh, that's my fault. This wasn't meant to be changed. We can leave it at npm run all, I guess. And let's see, all, okay, let's try that. Okay, so it's installing all that stuff. Just give it a second. Okay, so we're good there. I'll just close the sidebar, give us some more real estate. Close down here. So now if we want to run stuff, we can do P, and then I got a filter on the project, so webx, which is our project now, and what's the command? It's just dev, I think. Yeah, dev. Okay, so let's see what that does. Okay, so this is running the browser extension now, but it's in the pnpm workspace. And so I'm running it with the -f, which is filters, to run the dev script, but only for the web extension project. Now, it says the following dependencies are imported but could not be resolved at view use shared. Are they installed? Okay, what is this? All right, package view use. Okay, so it's definitely in my package extension, and it's in the lock file. Okay, so I have, it seems to be complaining in my core maybe. Let's see here. So I'm in the Vite config. Whew. What's it not liking? Vite test. Let's see, let's just restart the TypeScript server. All right, so it's like in Vite.js plugin view. Okay, no, all those things are in here. Let me just close this up. So all those plugins are in the pnpm log file. They're in my package extension at VGS plugin view. That's right. It's there, plugin view. Sure. Why doesn't it like it there? Why doesn't it? Package JSON. Okay, wait, that's node modules. Okay, I don't need to go deep in node modules, but web extension node modules, readme. Okay, so it's definitely installed, so just got to see what's up. Let's see, it's still built. Are they installed? Okay, let's just do this. So let's do git add, and oh, gotta do one more thing. Sorry, web extension, or wait, packages, web extension, and I need to get rid of the git folder because this is a separate repo, and we just basically want to have the one git repo, which is the main site. So let's do git add, clear, and let's just check here. Refresh. What do you not like in source control? Let's do git status. What happened to all my other files? Yeah, there we go. Let's just add them all. We don't need that. Let's delete that. DS store. And oh, I'm gonna close the VS Code for a sec. It's because I had that other Git folder initially. Okay, so we should only have the one now. That's just UI stuff. So web extensions, yes. There's definitely more than that in here though. Web extensions. Okay, let's do git add. Okay, why are you telling me lies here? It's definitely in there. So let's do git status. I'm sure this is something super silly. Okay, that's definitely there, but let's do a git log update on the, okay, no. Nothing's been added yet, so let's do this. Let's unstage. There we go. I don't know why they just showed up now. There we go. Okay, so that all looks pretty good. And yeah, the git ignore is modified. Yeah, okay, so let's do git add just to make sure. G CI initial commit for browser extension. Cool, that's good. And I'm gonna push my branch up. PSU is just an alias I have. It's basically pushes it up and creates a branch remotely. Okay, so everything's in there now. So now if we do npm run dev, oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do pm f web extension dev. Okay, so it's still complaining about that. I think it's still built, but we'll see here. Let's just make a change. So let's bring this down and let's come back here and we're gonna go manage the browser extensions again. And let's remove this because that folder no longer exists. That's why I was giving an error. I'm gonna load unpacked and I'm gonna go to dev, OSS, unsight.dev, and we're gonna go to packages, web extension, and then yeah, extension folder, and select that. And we should have it now. So it's back. We are back, baby. We are back. Okay. So now if I refresh this, okay, we've got it. We've got the double issue, but don't worry about that. But let's just make sure that the browser extension that's now in the PNPM workspace is actually doing hot module reloading and everything. So let's load up here. Let's open up the sidebar. Okay, it said Vite server did not start, and that's because of that error we got. So let's see here. Let's see if we can sort that out. So let's do here. Let's close all these files. Okay. We'll just live in here. I don't know about anybody else, but I live because I mean I'm a big fan of VS Code, but I just tend to live in the terminal here. Uh, I've tried Warp a bit, but like it's just for me, I just like being in the context where I am. So Okay, so view use shared. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't need it in there. Oh, wait. PNPM lock. Why is there one there? I don't think I need a lock. Let me just double check, but yeah, there's no lock file in that one. Why do I have a lock file? Or am I seeing two lock files? Hold on a sec. Maybe I was imagining things. PNPM lock and package web lock. So yeah, why does that file exist? Packages web extension. Okay. For performance reasons, document symbol limited 5,000 items to configure it. Okay, sure. I actually didn't want to open it, but I just wanted to see it in the sidebar. So why did that get added? Move to trash. Okay. Now let's clear. And we've got the main one here. So let's just do pnpm install again. And okay. Yeah, so it didn't add it there this time. That's good. What changed here? Pixel art power. Sure. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do git reset soft head. I'm just gonna basically re-add everything and gonna redo that and push force. PP. Wait, where's PP and PM? Hold on a sec. Oh, yeah, that's my fault. That's me doing a search and replace. All right, pre-commit, and this is also not that. Okay. All right, so let's do GA clear, run node. So used to npm install, p install. Okay, and GCI. Okay, it's running ESLint, fixing anything. Okay, we're good. There's no lock file there. Let's do a git push force. It's on my own branch, not pushing the main or anything, so YOLO. All right, that's good. Okay, so everything's set up now. Let me try running this again. I want to run dev mode and okay, so it's still complaining. This is definitely related to me bringing it into the PNPM workspace, so I just got to sort this out. But view shared. Okay, let's look again. Don't care about the lock file. Okay, use web extension storage shared. Okay, so let's look in here. So what doesn't it like? At view use. Okay. Now, why can't it find that? It's importing types and like the packages. It's in the lock file. And interestingly enough, I don't, maybe it's just view use. Let's see if it's in more places. There's view use core, meta. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff, but packages, view use core, views shared. Uh, let's see here. Why wouldn't I have that? Okay, let's see. Let's open up the old project. So let's do, let's open up a new VS Code. I just want to go to the old project just to look real quick. OSS, blah, blah, blah. Uh, unsight. Where is it? Okay. Open. So this is the old project pre-PNPM workspace. And let's look for that. Okay, it's there. That's great. Now what's this? Node oh, that's the log file. That's fine. Um, I think I accident. Where's the package file? At view. Ah, I see. Like, I seem to be missing these. Not sure why those didn't make it in. Um, this is my dev dependencies. Rimrav cross. npm run. Okay, let's just copy this whole thing. I don't know why all of those didn't make it over because, oh no, they're there. So, okay, well, let's just look up the error and view use shared. All right, install. Okay, interesting. Why not working, internet? Yeah, whatever, Bing, sure. Okay, so maybe I just need to explicitly install it. I guess it was a package. I don't know. It was working in the other one, but I'm gonna install it explicitly. P install f webx install at view use shared. Yeah, I don't know why it was missing, but okay, let's see if we can get this working now. We're not gonna clone it. We're gonna clean it. It's the clone. Okay, let's do pm f dev. Let's see what we get now. It should find that now. Okay, we're good now. I don't know why that wasn't, it wasn't in the dependencies initially, and okay, I don't know why this updates, but sure, let's just do it. So I'm just gonna do a git reset again, git add, git ci, initial commit for browser extension, git push force. Okay, so now we should be in a good state. Okay, and let's do a GitHub PR create. We're gonna call this feature add browser extension to project. Submit as draft. Okay, and let's just GitHub, the GitHub CLI is awesome. Okay, and funnily enough, I see this in my stuff here. Okay, and this was, I think it's issue number 4. Can't remember. Yeah, it's number 4. Okay. I've got the browser extension. Let's see. We'll just say closes for work in progress still. I just brought in the browser extension work I did that was in a separate project into the mono repo. And we can see this here. Copy that. Screenshots and recordings. not recordings, and initial proof of concept with mock data loading under the issue header. There we go. Update comments. Cool. All right, so now we're in a state where we can actually continue working on it. So there was, let's do a few things here actually. Before we even wire up the, there's an API that Daniel has added into the project, or somebody did. But before we do that, I want to break up things here a bit. So, all right, so I don't know Vue well, which is fine. Not too worried about that, but let's start the dev server. Okay, and let's close all this and let's do CI fails, or what was it? CI fails. Yeah, it's app view. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to mention about this is, let's go set, where is it? Main.ts. What's the entry point? I think it's just index. Source styles, okay, content scripts. Okay, so just to explain how this browser extension works. So you don't need to use like a framework like Vue or React or whatever, but you get some nice ergonomics with that, and you can move faster because you leverage components and all that. But at the end of the day, the browser extension is just JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and you call some APIs potentially. In this case, this is using Vue, so it creates a Vue app. Again, I'm not super familiar with Vue, even though I did work on the frameworks team at Netlify, but it's, the frameworks are similar, there's components and there's a, notion of props, there's hooks in Vue and stuff. So, but the thing I want to mention first is with the template, it actually, like I mentioned at the beginning, the actual template puts like a button that floats at the bottom right of the screen on the web page, and that's not helpful for what we need to do. So we need to actually mount the app, like I said, right under the issue header. That's where I've decided to put it for now. Like, definitely open to feedback from Daniel or other people working on the project. But to me, it made sense up top because, say you have a lot of comments in an issue, you're not going to see the similar issues until you scroll all the way down. So that was my reasoning. But again, we can move it if we need to. But what I did want to show is, to do that, this is what I was talking about with browser extensions that rely on UI of an actual site. Is I'm looking for this particular element with this ID called partial discussion header. So basically, this can get more fancy. Like, I can check, am I on the issues page, for example, and then look for this. But doing a get element by ID is very fast. And probably if this partial discussion header is elsewhere, it's probably relevant to show it as well. So, but basically, if it doesn't find it, it returns it. I like it like that instead. And this is just example code. This is just to send messages to the background of the browser extension, which we're probably going to have to do, but we won't get to there right now. So basically, I find this element called issue header, which is this. So like if I inspect this, oh, sorry, I was doing some smaller screen work before. And let's bring this over here and going to zoom in so you can actually see it. Let's hide a few things. So let's inspect again. And let's see here. Okay, so it's right here. Partial discussion header. So this is what I mean about the browser extension relying on the UI. If it doesn't find that, it's just not gonna render the app. So this is what I mean, where like if at some point GitHub decides to either change the ID of the partial discussion header, or it gets it just gets removed, for example, then we have to figure out how to surface this on the browser extension. And that's typically what I've seen happen with the refined GitHub browser extension, which I was talking about before. So anyway, so that's what I find. And then if we come back to the code, if we look for issue header, so yeah, down here. So basically in the issue header, the last child in it, because it has at least one child in it. After that, I want to append the container, and the container is what's going to become the Vue app, and that's our browser extension. It can do other things too, but like that's just where I'm coming from right now. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what the setup is. And so yeah, so there we go. So I think the first thing that makes sense is we've got a couple articles in here. I think this should be a component. So I'm actually not, not sure how to do components in Vue. So let's go. Well, I'm going to look at for some inspiration. So they're obviously .vue files. So I'm going to just say new file, and I'll call it similar issue.vue. And I think from what I remember with Vue is like there's a template, and it's basically like HTML and CSS and JavaScript. So I'm going to save that there, and I'm going to look at an existing one just to see template. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, we actually don't need that one. Shared subtitle view. Okay, we don't need that either. Just want to see an example of props. Whoa. And also, give me one sec. I'm just going to check socials real quick. Something's going on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. It's just my old coworker, Gracie, from Forum, giving me a like on giving a talk at Commit Your Code in 2025. Let's just go check the B Sky real quick. All right. Cool. And all right, I think we're good. I'll check X, even though I'm not really doing much on there these days, but yeah, cool. All right. Cool. Let's get back to it. Hey, grazie. Oh, sorry. I read your message in chat, and I thought you were like grazie, and it's like, oh yeah, Gracie. Yeah, it has been a while. Cool. Hope you're doing well today, IU. I know it's a little later in the day for you, but always appreciate you hanging. Okay, so similar issue, and so like I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm pretty sure similar issue. Yeah, it's gonna import it, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure how this works. And actually, wait a minute. Oh wait, I'm in the. Sorry, that's me being silly. That's not the file I meant to be in. I wanted to be back in the app. Yeah, okay. So in here, I'm gonna import similar issue. Should import it, which is expected. So we basically want to componentize things, just to start moving, and we'd probably want to map over it. So uh, map over an array of GitHub issues. So how do we do this in Vue? Let's see here. Let's just go on, you know what? We got Copilot here. Let's just ask. How do I map over an array to render multiple similar, what did I call it? Yeah, similar issue components in view. I'm just not super familiar with this syntax, so okay, so we got some issues. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Let's put that up there. This is just fake data for now. Mock data. Details, summary, similar. Okay, V4 issuing issues. Okay, interesting. Okay. So let's do that. And let's get rid of this. All right, so V4 is like a for loop. And basically, it's going over the issues array and it's passing in issue. The key is issue.id, and then there's a prop issue. Not sure if they call them props in Vue, but so we've got an issue here now, and then let's clean this up a bit. There's a lot of noise in here. I don't need these data whatevers. This is basically stuff I found from Daniel's page there on unsight.dev this here. Unsight. I basically copied this markup here. So I'm bringing that's what I brought in over to the similar issue. So let's just build out that component. So we don't need any of these things. Okay, don't need data. Okay, let's just, where's all these data dash? The data dash V's, I'm assuming, are all Vue stuff because I copy pasted this stuff. Okay, so let's delete all those. Why is this not formatting? Let's see here. Extensions. Vue. I think I need to install Volar or Vue officials installed. Okay, I think we should be good then. Let's close that. It could be my settings. So format on save, format on blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. So I just need to add a default one for a view. So let's see here. View. Okay, that should be good. Now if I save this, maybe? No? Okay. All right, so yeah, this just looks messy right now, but I'm gonna format it with Dino temporarily. I just don't know why it's not formatting it. Okay. You know what? It's template. Let's treat it like HTML maybe. I don't know. Format document with, oh, view official. There we go. Why is view official not picking it up? Oh, I know what to do. Settings. It's not prettier VS Code. View. Let's see, official. View. View Volar. Maybe it's that one. Let's see. If I do this. Okay, I think that's it. View Volar. Volar view. Okay, cool. I just personally like to auto save on format. So like whenever I lose focus, it just saves it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if other people like that, but I do. Okay, so we've got this similar issue component, and in here we could say issue, or actually, I need to see how you wire up. All right, so how do I use the issue prop in the similar issue.view file? I'm guessing there's like at the top in the JavaScript part, there's probably it. I'm just looking real quickly here. Okay, define props. Okay. I feel like would it still be define props? Because I feel like TypeScript interfaces would be the way to go, but okay, well, we'll do that for now. script setup type object. Yeah, I don't think that's right because let's see here. I'm gonna go to Claude. Uh, how do you use TypeScript for props in Vue components? I have this at the moment. Yeah, okay, so it's an interface. Oh, okay, so same thing except, okay, I got it. With, okay, and there's default props too. Okay, so define props, issue, okay. Method one, method two, what's the difference? Issue, oh, with defaults. Okay, and then you define the defaults, got it. Okay. We'll see if that is right or not. That doesn't seem right there. Issue, oh, that's just because of spacing. This is a TypeScript generic. Do I have to do lang? Probably lang equals TS. Yeah, there we go. Okay, ID, number, title, description. Is that what we had in here? ID, title, description. Okay. Thank you, Copilot. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, buddy. Why did you die on the last one? You could have done it. All right. Okay. All right. This is the third issue. Okay. So we've got that there, and we've got similar issue now. Okay, so now I can come in here and I can say, was this, yeah, so issue title, or is it just title? How does it work? Title. Is that right? Let me see here. Oh, doubles. It's like handlebars. Okay, so if I hover that, okay, cool. Yeah, now it's getting picked up. Okay, that's good. And we also have to update the URL. So let's do this. We'll say URL. And like this will probably change, but let's see, repository. Maybe we'll just do repository. I don't know. I don't know what it's returning yet. So repository, that. Okay, and we'll just say Nikki T online, yo, yo. Bobby T slash Amazer, and just making up stuff here. I'll look at the API in a second, but this other repository, we'll call it jam. We'll call it jam slash booyah. Okay. And then we're gonna come over here. Let's come over to similar issue, and we'll just add a few things here. Repository string, okay, and we'll create a method here as well. Let's we'll say function generate issue URL. Yeah, there we go. We want issue. Actually, we'll take issue. Yeah, exactly. There. And what's it not like in here? String. We'll say it's going to return a URL actually. Generate is declared, but yes, I know it's never used because we haven't used it yet. So new URL. And then we'll just say slash dollar issue dot repository slash issue slash issue ID. And no, we don't want window.location origin. We want github.com. This probably doesn't belong in this, could be in a separate file, but whatever. We're just having some fun. Okay, so generate issue URL. And then that's gonna be here. Generate issue URL, and we'll say issue. Okay. Generate issue URL is never used. I beg to differ. It's being used down there. How do I call generate issue URL in the template? I think everything in views v dash something. So let's see here. Issue title. Oh, okay. href. Okay. We don't need the no opener, no refer. That's been fixed for years, but okay, so okay, yeah, that's true. It's and then we'll say generate issue URL. I guess I can just return toString. I just thought it was good to have an actual URL, but unquoted attributes cannot contain. Okay. All right, we'll just do toString then. Dot toString. What does, oh, and this is string. Okay, and that looks good. So we're going to generate the issue URL. We've got the title, and then what else was there in this test repo? Okay. Let's see what else is in here. Date time of the issue. Wait. Okay. There's some other things we'll fix in there, but let's just start off with this. Okay. Now, our dev server, what's going on? Clear. Okay. Everything's running there. That's good. Oh, wait. Hub AI is not defined. What is Hub AI? Hub AI. Packages, web, server, util. Okay, sure. Oh, sorry. It's my bad. I'm running the wrong thing. Keep doing this. Let's run the web extension. Yeah, no worries, IU. Thanks for hopping in. Okay, so that's up and running. Now, the thing is, let's come back here and let's go to like GitHub and let's refresh this and it's going to look exactly the same probably. Yeah, exactly. Now, the thing is, with the browser extension, like I mentioned, the side panel here, that you can use hot module reloading with Vue and Vite there, or with Vite, I should say. But for the actual page where the browser extension stuff is running, which is the content script, that just doesn't work. This used to work in older browser extensions that were using something called Manifest v2. There still seems to be issues with Manifest v3. So basically, you have to install this other project called Extension Reloader. So I'll just drop that in the chat for anybody. What's Advanced Extension Reloader? Let's see what that is. I'm gonna pass on that. Let's go to the OG. So basically, you need this if you want to refresh your changes to your browser extension. It's annoying, but I don't think this is an issue that's fixed yet. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna refresh. This is still gonna look the same. This is my mock code I had in there before. So I'm gonna run the extension reloader. It just finished. I have to refresh the page because the thing you have to remember about the browser extension is a page loaded and then it added some markup, JavaScript, CSS, or whatever. And because hot module reloading doesn't work, we actually have to refresh the page. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Okay, so now we've got it reloading. So this is using my view component now. So we can see first issue, second issue, and we've got some links and stuff. So this is looking better already. So that's good. I just need to see. So first issue, that's right. And then we need to have the repo here. So let's see here. Let's do this. Let's look for that. Okay. So let's close the Copilot. If anybody knows how to hide the secondary sidebar, I thought I could configure a shortcut. I haven't figured it out yet. So anyways, if anybody knows that. Okay, so these two here, this is the actual repo. So let's do that and there. Okay, so here, this should actually just be the repository. So let's do that, issue.repository. And then that's the issue URL again there for some reason. So let's do this again. We don't need this stuff. Okay, let's come here. It's good. These router, I'm gonna remove these. These are from Nuxt.js, I think. No underline. This is Tailwind, I believe. We've got Uno CSS in the project, but anyways, we'll see. We don't need this data prehydrate. Okay, hours ago. And then, okay, so that's the repository. Okay, and then this will say, we'll do this. What was it? Similar. Okay, so let's do this. Issue dot similarity percentage. Okay, and then that's a new thing we'll add here. It's a number, and let's come over here and let's add similarity percentage, 90, sure. 80. Why does it, the last one, Copilot just dies for some reason. We'll do 70, or it was taking a second. It was thinking. Okay, that's good. And we don't need that. It's no longer hard coded. We've got mock data now. Okay, grid gap 2, that's good. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, there's this here. This is actually using a GitHub component called date time. I believe I forget what's it called again here. GitHub time web component. We're going to install this relative time element. I use this at open source too. This gives you the nice thing where, like, you see how here it says 2 years ago, last year, 4 months, last week. That is what's doing this. So we're going to install this. And okay. And we'll put in a date time. Yeah, we'll put in just this. Cool. Yeah, this is what we want. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna say issue dot date date time for now, I guess. So we'll do that. Cool. And we'll get some. There we go. There we go. Date time. Let's do 2024. Let's do 22. Let's 11. Let's mix it up a bit. So we want one last week actually. So let's do, this would be 12. Let's do 10. It's going to change obviously as this PR goes, but let's do this 07. And yeah, there we go. That should be good. And let's come back here, close others. Okay, so let's see, what else do we need? Let's see, class relative MD. Yeah, this is totally Tailwind. Generate issue. Okay, we need this one here. So this is a link to it on unsight.dev. So let's see here. So this will be, where's my generate URL one? Okay, so let's do this. And this one here is actually going to be generate unsight.dev URL. That's a super long, but, and we want this. And let's do this. Okay, generate unsight.dev URL. So function. Yes. Okay, issue ID. We also need repo in there. Repository. Okay. Let's save that. And we need to install the relative date time component. So let's do this. Okay. How do you install? Okay, yeah. PNPM. There we go. So let's stop here. PNPM install -f webx. There we go. Cool. That's installed. And how do I import it again? Okay. Installation. How do you import it? I forget. Import. No. Is it just gonna work? I don't think so, but maybe it does just work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's come back here, and this should still look the same. Yeah, so let's reload. Cool. Let's reload, and it goes boom. I'm guessing because of that component maybe. Set attribute. Okay, failed to resolve component relative time. That's correct. No, so yeah. All right, so let's figure that out. So let's see here. Import from relative time element. I think that might fix it. We'll find out in a second. It's a web component, so you're not like importing a component that like you normally would. So let's try this again. Let's reload. Let's clear this. Okay, still complaining. That's okay. Yeah, turbo navigation detected. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How the heck do I import it? Let's see here. I'm trying to think of an example. Let's just how do I import the GitHub relative time web component in Vue? I've got the import wrong, I'm sure. I think I had to do at GitHub / relative time element. If we look at package JSON. Okay, import. Oh, okay. It's a little more involved than I thought it would be, but okay, cool. And let's close this and delete that. And let's just pop that in there. Whoops, I didn't mean to import the whole thing. So let's do that. Cool. And let's close the sidebar, see what's all the noise. Declare module view runtime core. Okay. Baby steps. There. Duplicate identifier define custom element. Oh. Yeah, define. Sure. Let's comment this out. I think I did something wrong. I broke stuff. Export interface relative time. Okay, that's just adding it to, yeah, this doesn't need to be in here. That should be in d.ts, I guess, components, webx source. Let's see here. Okay, that seems okay. We don't need that now. Okay, what else did I break? Let's just undo everything I did there before things went boom. Okay, relative time. Define props function generate. The heck did I break? At view runtime core generate interface issue. Let me put this back in. Okay, yeah, cannot find issue, that I get. I think that's just, okay, that's better a bit. Member warnings. What the heck did I do wrong? Function. What is wrong? Okay, that's all good. ToString. Okay, I'm gonna just save this and then, why is nothing showing up in here? Okay, package.json. Okay, it got rid of my, wait, hold on a sec here. We got components. I think I opened things wrong. Okay, let's see here. Similar issue. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, that's all there. Wouldn't be that, wouldn't be that. So boom, boom, there. And let's just do commit. Gchore added the git relative time web component. Okay, that's good. Just clean that out. But what did I break? Okay, this is all good. Let me just close stuff here. Let's close that. Okay, app.view, that's all good. Issue, property, warnings is missing type. And what's warnings? 1, 2, 3. But required. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's just because I commented it out. So everything's good here. Let's go to similar issue.view. And yeah, what did I do there? Okay. Okay, so it's all good. It's just something in my last, no, I don't want that open. Okay, things have returned to their normal state, I guess. So there. Let's try this again. I don't know what happened there, but let's do the reloader. Let's clear this. Now, we might get an error still. Cannot read. Sorry, I got to zoom this out a bit because it's a little noisy in there. Define tag. Let's see, what's this saying? Okay. Tag is relative time. This is define t-shirt. Is this okay? This is relative time nodes. Okay, registry is null. Why is the registry null? Okay, we'll sort that out. But so this should load blank. Okay, so let's, for the time being at least, let's just comment out the time thing. But where is it? Relative time, date time. Oh yeah, it might not be. I think it might just be is it just date time? I can't remember. Relative time. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, it is date time. Okay, so that's good. Issue date time. Now, components. I think we just have to add this. Now, why does it... Okay. That should be fine. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, let's do the reloader. Okay, let's just close all these things. Boom, boom, boom. Let's clear that. Let's reload. Okay, registry is still null, so it's going to fail. Let's just let it play. Okay, cannot. I think this is something related to Vue because I've used this at OpenSauce. We used it in a Next.js app, so I think it's just not it's not registering. So what did I miss here? Existing code, define custom element from. Oh, I think I forgot to put that. Define. Okay, but its value is never read. Okay. Let's see here. What do I call define custom element with? I'm assuming I need to register the relative time element, but remove define since we don't need it to GitHub relevant self-register. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So it self-registers. Nope, automatically registers self. We don't need to call define custom element. Okay. I get an error about in the at GitHub relevant element source code about the registry being null. It works in React. What do I need to do in Vue? I feel like a web component custom elements isn't required since I'm pretty sure Vue supported web components for a while. How do I use a web component in a Vue component, i.e. even though they're both using Sonnet, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes Claude answers just better than Copilot. I'm not sure why, but yes, that's installed. Okay. Relative time element. Oh, I'm silly. Did I call it relative time element? I think I said relative time. Yes, I did. Relative time dash element. Is it really just that? Okay. Yeah, Vue automatically supports components. The data attribute must be in ISO format. Yeah, that's cool. It's just a question of me not using the right thing. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's do a reload. Let's open up the tools of the dev. Still undefined. Tag. Oh wait, static define. Static define tag relative time registry custom elements. Cannot read properties with null reading define. See here. I get this error. In this code of the web component. There. I know that it's giving that error, so obviously it's undefined, but I just don't know why. There. Web component client side only framework like Vue without accounting for server side running when the code runs before the DOM is available. Okay, here's how to fix it. Relative time only register when we're in the browser. That makes sense. Okay, and then in my component, relative time dot define. Okay, sure. No, that makes sense. I didn't realize, well, I assumed everything was running client side, which I believe it is, but maybe not. Okay, relative time. No, that's not going to work. So I think it's partially right. There is no import for that. So this imports it. And then if type of and not sure. And then we'll just say, let's see, relative time. Okay, there is one. Okay, just there. Sure. Okay, so basically, yeah, only register if we're in the browser and the component isn't already defined. This should all be client side, but let's try that, I guess. Let's keep the props and stuff up at the top because that's the main stuff of the component. Okay, boom, boom, boom. This shouldn't be necessary since it's all client-side code. Okay, so type of window is not equal to undefined and window and not custom elements dot get relative time. We need to define it. You know what? I think all I need to do is actually just do that. Well, actually, it's still good to have this because it might already get loaded somewhere else. So we don't want to keep loading it, but I really don't think we need the window. Custom elements. Yeah, cool. Let's try that. Shake and bake. Reload. Let's go back to the console. Let's clear this. Okay, cannot read. Still the same thing, eh? All right, well, let's do this for now. Let's comment this stuff out. Okay, actually, yeah, imported it twice. Don't need to. Relative. Okay, so that's right. Okay. And then do I need to tag string? Shouldn't need to. Okay, yeah. And now this should just be relative time. Let's try that. Make sure my dev server's still running. Okay. Let's clear all this and let's reload again. And let's reload. Okay, same thing. Okay, so just to move forward, let's just comment it out for now. So let's just do this. Todo get relative time working web component. Okay. And then come down here. Now, this should not give an error. It should just ignore it, like just treat it like a HTML element, but let's see what it does. Set attribute. Okay, yeah, no, it still can't resolve it. Okay, that's fine. So let's do this, relative time. Let's copy that. Let's comment it out. That's not what I want to do. Let's comment this out for now. Good old HTML comment. And let's do this and we'll just call it time. And then I'm just going to put the time in there for now and we'll fix this. Okay. So let's reload and clear. What are you complaining about too? There is no, oh, you know what? I think it's still loading it regardless. So let's do that. Okay, let's reload and reload. Come on, man. Where is it? There's no relative time now. Relative. All right, let's maybe. Yeah, it's only in a few places. There. You know what? Let's just take it out for now. There. There. And let's just add everything and then let's undo the get reset soft and let's get rid of the relative time element for now. There, yeah. We'll take care of you later. Okay, yes, I get it. Don't need that open. Okay, let's undo that. Okay. All right, just updating stuff. Let's restart this. Cool. Let's clear stuff. If this is still complaining, it's definitely like some kind of caching issue because we definitely don't have the relative time element anymore. Okay. Okay, that's something else. Turbo navigation detected. Oh, got to do one more, I think. Undo here. No. Logo. Okay, yeah, no, that's the new component import. So why is this one default and this one isn't? Just curious. Shared subtitle view. How do you decide if it's not the default export? Anyways, won't worry about that too much right now, but we got that similar issue, create the similar issue component. We're mapping over stuff here. So that looks good. And then we got our index. That's just some cleanup there. Okay, cool. I think we're all good there. So GA, let's do created the similar issue component. And then that's good. Okay. Clear that. Okay. What's it not liking? Okay. That's good. It's okay. Thank you for failing pre-commit. Let's see what's going on. Warning. Web component interface issue. Attribute name is not a valid view attribute name. Oops. I don't know what that means. Define props issue. Okay, let's see that error again. Warning. File ignored because of matching. Use no ignore to disable file. Ignore settings or use nodes. For files. Error from task. Okay, so let's see if you can answer Copilot. Because it runs at dev time, so this is just a linting thing, I'm guessing, but what does this error mean? Oh, closing template expression. Okay, that makes sense. That's probably from me doing stuff with the issues. Let's see here. Is it like this? Okay, no, that's doing that. All right. Generate issue, ahref, issue.repository, time, date time equals issue date time. Oh, do I have to do this here as well, like this? I think attribute syntax is different, maybe. Issue date time, href, yeah. I think it might just be that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna git prune. Okay, and let's do push. All right, so let's just go here to my pull requests. Let's close that. All right. Just gonna put a note that there's a lot of files, but a lot of it's boilerplate from the There's a lot of files from the browser extension table. Note, don't be intimidated by the number of files. The majority of them boilerplate from the web extension template. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap up there. Been going for almost 2 hours. Didn't even realize. Cool, cool. Thanks for hanging. Be back tomorrow around the same time, and catch you in the next one, peeps.